Hey guys, what's up? It's Sunshine. Welcome back to my channel. It probably looks a lot different than it looked the last time that you were here. But yeah, welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about my just a little update on what has been going on with me the past 2 years. That sounds so crazy to say. What's been going on with me the past 2 years? Like, no big deal. And then of course tell you guys what I've been doing to lose weight since July 1st. So I think part of the reason that I've struggled with making this video and why it took me so long to make it is because, to be completely honest with you guys, I'm just not the same person that I was 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago when I started in this weight loss community. And just so much has changed that I didn't even know, and I still don't even know where to start necessarily. I know I'm going to start at the beginning, but I had almost felt like so much had happened that it was overwhelming to even think about how am I even going to make this video because there's so much to talk about. And I know a lot of you are like, well, just talk about this, but don't talk about that, or you can talk about this, but then you can do this later. And to me, this video needed to be an update first because, again, I just, things aren't the same here that they used to be, and I just felt like it was important to give you guys an update on who I am today and what my social media presence is going to be going forward and what are my thoughts on the weight loss influencer community. So, you know, there was just a lot of stuff that I felt like I had to catch everyone up on. And then another layer of that was, what do I want to tell people? Like, what do I want to let people in on? Because I am also at least twice as private as I used to be, if not more. So part of me just wasn't interested or sure of how to update you guys without giving you too much information about myself that I just don't want to give just anyone any longer. So yeah, blah, 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 blah. In 2010, I believe, or 2011, was the first time in my life that, well, as an adult, I should say, that I had started to lose a significant amount of weight. And when I started to have some success with that, I started a Facebook page because I wasn't even on Instagram yet. And I started a Facebook page, Sunshine's Journey to 199. My goal was to get to 199 pounds because I'd never weighed 199 as an adult. And so that's just what I named my page, Sunshine's Journey to 199. So I started that page with the intent of holding myself accountable, not with the intent of garnering a ton of followers. Number one, like I mentioned, at that time, that Facebook page was my only social media. I wasn't even on Instagram yet. So I literally was starting it. And to be honest with you, social media was a lot different 10 years ago than it is now. So you didn't have everything that you have now. So, you know, I started gaining followers on Facebook, and then I did finally join Instagram. And, you know, I lost and gained 100 pounds about 3 times over 5 years. And, you know, I was engaged, and I had gotten down to like my lowest weight, and then I got engaged, and then we broke up, and I had gained weight back, and then I got skinny again, and then once I got skinny again was when I got into my last relationship. So, in 2014, my father passed away, and I don't know how much of this I told you guys back then, but he was actually dead for 3 days before anyone found him. But they say that he died on Thanksgiving of 2017. So, I'm sorry, 2014. So, on December 29th of 2014, we interned my dad's ashes. And less than 24 hours later, my mom passed away unexpectedly at age 55. So, literally back to back, I lost my parents. And in 2014, I was just like still in that mindset that, you know, you're going through this stuff because you need to be an inspiration and you need to be strong for all of your followers. And I think that I felt such an obligation to be strong and to keep going, and, you know, at all costs, and not put myself and my feelings first and my grief and my emotions. So I just kept trying to, you know, I kept going at full speed ahead. And, you know, I actually in 2016 then, I was like my thinnest that I'd ever been and most in shape. That's when I was working with Elite Lifestyle Cuisine with the food plan, which was amazing. Shout out to Carlo and Elite Lifestyle Cuisine. You definitely changed my life, and you meant a lot, and you were very kind and very generous. So I want to take the time to thank Elite Lifestyle Cuisine. I did not stop working with them for any bad blood or ill reason. And I highly, highly recommend, not just them, but I believe he's doing the chicken pound. So look up The Real Muscle Chef on Instagram. But I was doing that. I was going to Orange Theory. And the awesome thing about Orange Theory is that I would have never pushed myself that hard in a workout by myself. So, and I'm also not a quitter, right? So, especially in like a group setting like that. So I felt so good when I would leave an Orange Theory class, and I was just in such great shape and, you know, feeling great. So in 2018, a very, very good friend of mine, someone that was like a sister to me for a very long time. Her family was my family was her family. We lived together in college. She came to live with me in Milwaukee. Her beautiful daughter was actually conceived in Milwaukee. We ended up having a falling out a long time ago about what I'm not even sure of at this point. And, you know, we had kind of slightly tried to get back in touch, but she was in another state and a lot of stuff had happened and a lot of stuff was going on with her life. And she ended up passing away unexpectedly in March of 2018. And within a week, my ex broke up with me unexpectedly and left. And he left me with the lease. He left me with the bills. He owes me a lot of money that I'm never gonna see. So, once again, it wasn't, and I'm not at all, like, I do not want you guys to fucking pity me. Like, I am not looking for you guys to feel sorry for me. I'm literally just explaining to you things that have happened in my life the past couple years. So once again, within a few days, back to back, two huge things. And, you know, the stress of all of that, the fact that, you know, I never went to therapy like I should have, and like I should still go, for not only my own eating issues and my own trauma and my own PTSD and things like that, but I think that with those two things happening back to back and the stress that I felt to keep myself afloat, and the fact that I never fully dealt with the deaths of my parents, I fell into a very, very, very dark time. For a long time, I would literally be on the verge of tears constantly. I didn't tell a lot of people about the breakup, to people close to me, for a very long time. One of the first people to know was actually my boss, because I would cry at work at my desk quietly because I couldn't help it. because I was just always on the verge of tears. And so my boss was one of the first people that I told, and she's been so amazing and so wonderful and so kind and so gracious with the ups and downs of my personality that I've had the past couple years. But for a very long time, all I could literally do was drive to work in silence, get through my day, drive home in silence, and I would go home and like watch Twitch to like feel comforted, I guess, hang out with my friends, because that's how Twitch is. So a lot of my sadness and my depression and my self-loathing and things like that, it was never because I wanted my ex back. Over the course of us breaking up, many girls reached out to me on social media to tell me that they had been talking to him. So once I knew that that was motivating the breakup and things like that, I was done. I would literally rather be single than ever go back to him. But that being said, I looked at myself like, what is so wrong with you that like even this person doesn't treat you well? I don't know what I'm trying to say, and I'm trying to remember karma, and I'm trying to be factual about the breakup and not be emotional. But the cats are crazy. I had a big problem with myself. You know, like, what is so wrong with you that people can just leave you? That people just can go without looking back. So even though I know that it's their issue and it's I don't want to say, so I was literally about to say, I know it's their issue and not mine. I feel like I'm like self-aware enough to know that I'm not perfect. However, whatever I think about my ex, right or wrong, I can pretty much guarantee you that he would not have anything bad to say about me, because I didn't really give him anything bad to say. So I'm not going to ask him what he thinks. I haven't spoken to him in almost 2 years. Or tried to speak to him. I have no interest in ever speaking to him again. But my problem and my depression and my sadness came from just more self-loathing. Like, what is so wrong with you that you keep allowing people to treat you like this? So I think it was that. It was just experiencing the unexpected loss of 4 close people to me within 6 years. So first-hand experience of knowing how short and unexpected life is, and how literally anything that you hold sacred to you can be taken away in a matter of minutes. All of that just kind of makes you a different person, I guess. And I'm not saying that I'm a bad person, and I'm, you know, I just I think about things differently now, and there's a very small piece of things that matter to me. And I don't want that to sound negative, but what I'm saying is my family and some friends that are like family matter to me, and that's it. I don't care about the opinions of others. If you don't pay my bills, if you're not someone that I love and respect and I want to make you proud of me, I don't care what you think about me. And Old Sunshine cared a lot. Old Sunshine, when I didn't even say fuck you guys on social media or in my YouTube videos because I was so worried about like not offending someone. And I have lost a lot of followers over the last couple years. And I don't give a fuck. Like, the people that are here now are people that are here for me. You're here for my weight loss. You're here for me as a person. You're here for my cackling. You're here for my snorts. You're here for my Twitch. You're here for my dance videos. You're here for me. You're not here for weight loss inspiration sunshine. Like, I'm so much more than that. Well, I'm so much more than that. I'm not trying to be like, whatever. But, so all of that being said, you know, I put a lot of weight back on because I didn't care and I hated myself. And I said to myself, you know, if this guy is gonna leave you even after being at your like lowest weight in your best shape of your life and he's still gonna cheat on you and leave you, my depression and my sadness kept saying to me, what's the point? What's the point of trying to be thin? What's the point? Not thin. I was never trying to be thin. What's the point of trying to be healthy and lose weight, I should say? You know, what's the point? You were at your best shape ever and your fucking life was still shit, apparently. You still weren't shit. And again, I'm not saying that this is the way it was. This is the shit that I would say to myself. So I would just eat, and I was eating to cope with my depression, and I didn't care, and I knew I was getting bigger, and I didn't care. And finally one day, June 30th of, not this past June, but last year, I felt so fat and so, my lungs were just congested and I was coughing and I was huffing and puffing going up steps. And I literally, I was like, you're going to die. Like, you are going to die. And I was just like, do you want to throw everything away to die at fucking 40 because you can't stop eating or because you're fucking smoking or whatever the case is? Because I've said this before, like, it does not matter how good of a person you are, like, heart disease will come for you, a heart attack will come for you, like, obesity related shit will come for you, diabetes will come to you. It doesn't matter how good of a person you are. So I was just like, if you don't do something right this second, you're gonna die. And since I couldn't lose 100 pounds overnight, I was like, well, quit smoking overnight. You can do that. And I did. And I haven't had a cigarette since June 30th of 2019. But that being said, it took me up until like 2 months ago to even appreciate that. Because all I saw was the fact that I gained 40 pounds because I quit smoking cigarettes. You know, so in my mind, I'm just like, fuck, like, you're fat anyway. Like, you might as well just smoke because you just fucking gained all this weight back. But then again, you know, this is just this constant, like, little devil and little angel going back and forth, you know? And then it's just like, well, no, like, my lungs appreciate me, that I'm not fucking smoking, and you can always lose weight, right? But, like, you need your lungs to heal themselves. So I quit smoking cigarettes, and then I moved June 1st. And moving, and, well, before I get there, so since March, I've been working from home, and that was the beginning of me really starting to feel better and starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel and to pull myself out of this this sadness and this darkness. Not that there's anything wrong with my job. I love my job. However, my job has no windows. So now that I'm working from home, you guys have seen my pictures that I post with my with Angelo in the window. I have a huge window right to my left. My pets are here. I can wear whatever I want. You know, I'm not commuting every day. Like, there's just so many awesome things about working from home. So that was like the first step of like things like starting to like to turn around and to the positive shift to come, I guess. So June 1st I moved, and I'm still in the Chicago area. But I love where I'm at now. where I moved from was a smaller apartment that I basically was forced to move to because my ex left me with the lease of the apartment that we lived in together. So the apartment that I was in before the house that I'm in now, it was never a home to me. I never unpacked a lot. I had boxes that sat in my living room, many boxes that sat in my living room for 2 years, unopened, untouched. I never put items up on the wall. I never decorated anything. It was never home. I never plugged in my TV. I never hooked up my TV even, and I was there for 2 years, you guys. So June 1st I moved. So between moving and working from home, things have, knock on wood, things have actually been turning around. And I finally got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm ready and I want to do something about my weight again. I want to start working on my weight. That's my new priority. That's what's next. I've moved. I'm feeling better just emotionally about everything. Let's tackle this next thing. Let's work on losing weight. So I had lost 11 pounds in June just from eating less and the move, and I think that I was maybe less stressed. So, our bodies react to stress and it holds weight when it shouldn't. So I didn't know, because I literally did not even bring my scale upstairs until the third week of June. It was in my car. So I had lost 11 pounds, and a good friend of mine was doing smoothies and then just lighter meals, and he was doing it in June. And I said, okay, well, let me see how you do in June. And this is just 2 months ago, this June. And he lost 33 pounds. And I was like, God damn, 33 pounds in a month. And again, I mean, he's a dude, and not to I'm not at all trying to negate, I guess, his work, because, I mean, he was very disciplined. He worked very hard. But I was just kind of setting myself up to not lose 33 pounds in a month, right? But I was still intrigued and inspired enough to be I want to do what you're doing because it's clearly working. So, you guys have noticed I've been posting a lot of smoothies, and I've been showing you guys exactly what I've been making. So basically what I've been doing, without getting too specific, is I'm doing smoothies, and then I'm doing lean meats and veggies and salad, very extremely low carb. I do not feel comfortable at this moment telling you guys exactly when I'm doing these smoothies, or what I'm eating, or what meal I'm doing for this, or what I'm doing for that. Because number one, it's been a month, right? So I want to make sure this is maintainable for myself before I'm I'm a weight loss god, when really I do something for a month and it fucking, falls apart or backfires. And number two, because of the amount that I am losing per week, it's everyone's eyes light up, which I understand. I totally get wanting a solution and seeing hope and wanting to do what others are doing to make a better life for yourself. But I would be completely wrong, I feel to tell you guys what I'm doing without, number one, knowing that it works, and without at least speaking to some sort of nutritionist. I don't know. Just my fear, living with an eating disorder for over 20 years, my fear is that the wrong person is going to watch this video, and someone who weighs 120 pounds is going to watch this video, and I explain exactly what I'm doing, and then they lose 10 pounds in a week when they should not. And that's my worry. So, I hope that you guys can understand that I don't want to say specifically what I'm doing. Will I say more? Absolutely. But I need to make sure that this works for me first. I need to make sure that I'm okay before I can say, come with me. This is what's going to work for you because it worked for me. Does that make sense? I feel so many times before I would come boom, flying out the cannon. And while I had good intentions and, I thought a lot of what I was doing was going to end up being it, or the thing, or, you know, whatever it was that that helped me get to my success. You know, I still haven't found success of keeping it off. So I need to do that. And that's part of why I've hesitated with making this video, and I've hesitated with talking about my weight loss journey, where it's at right now, because I see these people on Instagram that I know, these weight loss influencers, and I'm not going to name names, but there's 2 people specifically that have gained a ton of weight back and are pretending like they didn't and are making money off of the people following them. And I absolutely refuse to be that person. And not only do I refuse to be that person, I also refuse to be body positive. And I don't want to say the wrong thing, because I know that I have friends in the body positive community, and I don't want you to think that, like, I don't support all sizes, because I 100% do support all sizes. However, being morbidly obese is not healthy. Just because you can walk a mile doesn't mean that you're healthy if you weigh 400 pounds. Do I think that you should love your body at every size? Yes. However, it would be great if you could actively be working to get healthier while you loved your body at every size. And I know that these, you know, those thoughts and those words aren't fluid, and that everyone's situation is different. And that's another reason why I just have been hesitant to say anything, because I don't want my words to get twisted. Especially because I just don't care enough. Like, I'm not trying to be a weight loss influencer, so I don't really care what fucking people have to say about it, because great. If you want to talk about my weight loss journey, or what you think I should do and what you think I shouldn't do, have at it. I'm at a point in my life where I don't need to be validated by strangers to feel good about myself. Number one, because I'm my own worst enemy, and hey, the internet can't make me feel worse about me than I already do. And I don't hate myself, you guys, I promise I don't hate myself. But I am my own worst enemy a lot of the times. And I've been very mean to myself over the past 2 years. I just think that what you see on Instagram is such a cultivated version of people's lives. I have a hard time finding inspiration in weight loss people on Instagram, because I lived that life and I know what's going on behind the scenes, and I know that a lot of them don't have shit figured out. So I refuse to be that person. I refuse to be that person that lies to my following and lies to my community for likes and for kudos. I want to be the person that seems like someone that you would be friends with, or seems like your sister, seems like your cousin. Someone that you guys can look at struggling, but also winning, laughing, but also crying. I love the fact that my community right now is people that are here for me, whether it's weight loss, gaming, cats, nonsense. I'm very lucky right now with where and who my community is, and I look forward to hopefully bringing some of you that are on the weight loss side to Twitch, because I think that you would really have fun, not just with me, but like we all play games together, and like my community is awesome. And a lot of my community, they don't just come to my streams to see me, they come to hang out with each other. You know, if you've ever felt alone, especially now in quarantine, if you've ever felt alone, like Twitch is an amazing place to hang out with your friends. And if you'd like to know more about it, you know, definitely ask me, because I'm more than happy to explain it to you guys. So I feel like I got tangenty, but I feel like I answered a lot. Please feel free to ask me questions in the comments. I'm not promising I'll answer everything, but there will be more videos. I just had to get this one out first before I could record anything else. I had to let you guys know what happened to me, where I've been, what's going on with me, before we could move forward. And I actually feel a huge weight lifted off of me right now. I thank you guys honestly from the bottom of my heart. Those of you that are still here. Wear a fucking mask. Wear a fucking mask. Wear a mask, by the way. Please wear a fucking mask. Thank you. Because you know what? I haven't seen, I don't even know if I told you guys this yet or in the video or not, but I have not seen anyone other than my roommate that I know since March. Because I'm actually quarantining and taking things seriously. So, wear a fucking mask. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for encouraging me. Thank you for realizing that I'm a person. And just thank you for everything. If you liked this video, you guys, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys soon. I love you.